What is good, everyone? So we have some breaking news from Adam Schefter. This is reported that Aaron Rodgers is not expected to attend mandatory minicamp that starts on Tuesday per sources. Green Bay could opt to fine him $93,085 for his absences, or they can make an excused absence and waive the fine. But Rodgers is not expected there. I mean, let me just say, this whole saga between Aaron Rodgers and the Packers is far more interesting than that fight that we had with Logan Paul and Floyd Mayweather. I mean, this saga is just so interesting. It's just so fun, this saga, and listening to it and just waiting for all the pieces to unfold. It's just interesting and way more entertaining than that fight that we had. But if you're an NFL fan, if you're a Packers fan, if you're a Chicago Bears fan, if you're a Lions fan, if you're an NFL fan and you're monitoring this situation, this is huge because it shows us that this situation between Aaron Rodgers and the Packers is far from over. And we could even see the Packers going at length and finding Aaron Rodgers, making this situation just a lot more interesting. I mean, we need to see what the Packers do. If they find Aaron Rodgers, I think that Aaron Rodgers is gone. You know, right now, even if they don't find him, I think Aaron Rodgers is gone because if you look what people have said all around the league, you know, people like Peter King and all these people who have come out and talked about the situation, it really seems that Aaron Rodgers is gone. And it's not like the Packers did not offer him a contract. You know, they offered him a contract to make him the highest paid quarterback in the NFL. You know, they offered him a contract that would make him being higher paid than Patrick Mahomes. So it's not about money for Aaron Rodgers. It's really about having a say on the roster. It's really about him feeling welcome. And it's really about the Packers doing things to make Aaron Rodgers the best quarterback possible. And if you really look at what has happened over the draft and what has transpired over this whole offseason, you know, the Packers could have done a lot to really to show Aaron Rodgers that, hey, we care about and we want you back. But the problem is they haven't done that. So in the first round, they went and drafted a cornerback instead of going and drafting a wide receiver. Now, they could have easily drafted a guy like Elijah Moore at 29, or they could have easily traded up and gotten a guy like Rashad Bateman, jumped ahead of the Ravens and got Rashad Bateman. You know, they would have seen, okay, hey, the Ravens, they have a need at receiver, let's jump ahead of them, let's go and get the receiver. But the issue is they did not do that. They did not jump ahead and they did not go and select, you know, they did not go and select a wide receiver. They just didn't do that. And last year, you know, the Packers could have gotten Justin Jefferson, but they did not. They did not trade ahead and they did not go and get a guy like Justin Jefferson. Instead, they did the worst thing possible and they drafted Jordan Love. Now, like, you know, this would have been okay had they told Aaron Rodgers, hey, we're drafting a quarterback, but the issue is they did not. And if you're buying Gutekunst and you're looking at the situation, you know, why didn't you also go out there and see if you could have traded for Julio Jones? I mean, look, that deal only took like a second round pick. Sure, his contract is big and his contract a lot of teams cannot take upon that contract. But the Titans, if we look at what the Titans cap situation was, that cap situation was also as tight as the Packers, but they made it work. They made it work, and they went out there and they got a guy like Julio Jones. And the Packers, they like just not. And if I'm Brian Gutekunst, you know, I'm going to try to get Aaron Rodgers a receiver, a good receiver. I'm going to try and call all the 32 NFL GMs and say, hey, are you willing to do a deal? Give me a receiver. But the issue is, not done that so far. And I just think that this saga is over. Now, if we look at it from the Chicago Bears perspective, I guess it would mean that we are now the kings of the NFC North. Sorry, Vikings fans. Sorry, Lions fans. But I just don't see your team winning the NFC North. And I just don't see you guys beating us and beating Justin Fields. And it seems like if Justin Fields can become the quarterback that we know he can be, if he can become everything that he's hyped out to be, everyone, that NFC North is ours. You know, I think that we can easily be one of the top teams in NFC North. We can become the kings of the NFC North. We just have to build a really good team around Justin Fields, and that's probably bringing in a guy like Morgan Moses, a cornerback like Steven Nelson. You know, maybe next year going and drafting Chris Olave. You know, really building a good team around Justin Fields to make him happy and avoiding the same mistakes that the Packers did with Aaron Rodgers, and really making our quarterback happy and building a good team around him so we can become the kings of the NFC North. But that was it for today's video, guys. If you enjoyed it, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. That would mean a lot towards me. And with that being said, everyone, peace out, and I hope you all have a good day.